This is the Nitecore NU32 versus the Nitecore NU33. So let's do what we did last time. Let's go over specs, let's go over changes, let's go over lighting modes, let's go over all the differences that Nitecore has packed into the new NU32. Find out if it's worth the upgrade. You see, the old NU32 boasted a staggering 550 lumens. It could run that turbo setting for 1 hour in its ultra high turbo mode. It also featured modes like ultra low, medium and high, red and red flashing, auxiliary, and an SOS and beacon feature. However, the new NU33 boasts a staggering 700 lumens, and it can hold that for 4 hours. Just like last time, there are certain things that we're not going to be able to see on camera as easily. First off is the battery, 1800, 2000 milliamps. The charging cable, USB-A or micro USB, whatever you want to call it, USB-C. The battery indicator. You've got the 3-button system on the old one, you've got the new 4-button system on the new one. If you watched the new NU25 review, it operates and works exactly like the new NU25. The face, it had a much needed facelift. It looks less busy, I guess you would call it. It looks more streamlined. I'm a huge stickler for buttons. The 32 had flat buttons that took up, we'll say, 50% of the headlamp. The new one has a little bit smaller buttons, but they are different sizes, as well as one is textured. The bands. So this band is your normal Nitecore band. You see it with all your Nitecore flashlights, all your Nitecore headlamps. This is the new Nitecore band. Can you see? It is reflective. So we're going to go over modes now. I'm going to put on the screen what they are, what they were for the 32, what they are for the 33. I confused myself last time saying left button, right button. So for the 32, I'm going to say the R button because it has an R on it. That is your red light. Then I'm going to say the power button because it's got the power symbol on it. So if you held down the R button, it would give you your battery indicator. Again, it had the 3-light system. So 1 minute above 50, 1 minute above 75, 1 minute above 10. Not a fan of it. You tap it once, you did get single red. You tapped it again, you got a flashing red. Tapped it again, it went off. So the power button, which is on the right side, if you tapped it once, you did get ultra low mode. One thing to remember with this headlamp is after 4 seconds, if you tap it again, it will shut off. Also, to get it to shut off, you can just cycle through. So we've got ultra low mode. It is part of the cycle. You've got medium, you've got high. If you held it down, you got turbo. Again, 550 lumens. NU32 on medium and high and turbo. If you held down the power button, you would get your aux lights, basically your area lighting. If you held it down some more, you would get SOS, and if you held it down again, you would get a beacon mode. So one thing I did not like about the 32 is you could have both red and white on without knowing that the red was on. So in low mode, obviously the light's not very bright, but in medium mode, my goodness, stop turning off, you could also hit the red button. Now both are on. If you were in a high mode, you can barely see that red, especially when you're looking at it from where I'm looking at it. You might be able to see a little red tint on the camera because I can see that in the viewfinder, but it's hard to tell if it's red from the light or if it's red from the leaves or if it's red from the clouds or whatever. It's hard to tell. So you could be burning both sides of your battery at the same time. To get lockout mode is the same way as most Nitecores. You hold both buttons down, you get a simple flashing light. If I hit a button, it will not come on. Now the difference between this and the 25, if I come out of lockout mode, it does not come on. So I don't know if I'm out of lockout mode or in lockout mode until I hit a button. And now I know I'm out of lockout mode. Now moving on to the new NU33. We are boasting more lumens. 700 lumens for more time. We're talking 4 hours instead of 1. And this light technically weighs less than the old one. So more power, more light, and it weighs less. Now it ain't about much. This is 99.5 grams and this is 95 grams. You're not going to know a difference. This is a work light. This is probably the lightest thing you're going to carry on you if you're using it. Think if you're going up under the house, if you're going in the attic, you're doing work, you need a bright headlamp on your head. That's probably the lightest thing you're going to carry. This is not the 25. We are not talking about hiking and ultra lightness and this and that and the other. We are talking about powerhouse headlamps. This is a powerhouse. So, like I said, this operates the exact same way as the NU25. If you've not seen that video, it will be posted down below. You've got mode on one side, you've got power on the right. So, mode button, you tap it once, you do get your 4 LED indicators on the left side, 25% increments. You hold it down, your first light is going to be red. Tap it again, you get spot. One more time, you get area. Now, one thing about this compared to the 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will not shut off. No matter how long you wait, it is going to stay light. It is going to stay lit. There's the correct word. I'm fine with that. If I need light, I don't want that light to go off. I don't want to go from low, medium, high, and then off. I want light. I've got light. With the mode button, I can cycle through, right? You've got area, you've got red, and you've got spot. You hold it down, it will shut off. So the mode button on the left side controls your mode, while the power button on the right side controls your intensity. First off, double tap, 1, 2. You do get a low area lighting. Now, if you tap it again, you do get high area lighting. If you hold it down, it will shut off. If you hold it down, you get spot. So spot low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. NU33 on low, medium, high. Tap the mode, it will change modes. So we go from spotlight to area lighting. Low, medium. One more time on the mode, you get red, you get a red flash. SOS, a whole lot easier to get to. Mode button, double tap, 1, 2. SOS. If you want beacon, you would tap the power button one time, you get beacon. If you want to go back to SOS, you tap the power button once, you get SOS. Again, you got beacon. Hold either button to shut it off. So while we're here, let's quickly compare the new 25 to the new 33. I like the fact that both of these operate the exact same way. Hold down the power button, you get a light. You hold it down, it goes off. You double tap, you get ultra low mode. You hold it down, it goes off. You hold down the left button, you get red lights. They are the exact same, which is more than I can say for their counterparts. So on the old NU25 and the old NU32, the buttons were completely opposite. If I hit the left side button on both of them, this one is your spotlight and this one is your red light. So if you were using them and you were used to these settings on this one, and you said, okay, I want light, well, you have to hit the opposite button. Was it annoying? Yeah, kind of. But again, two different functionable lights. Hiking, work. But it is nice having the exact same features on two different lights. I don't know how many more lights Nitecore is going to do this feature on. If they upgrade again in 4 or 5 years, or they're going to change it again, I don't know, but I like the fact that they have it. So one thing I will say that I like about the 25 more than I do the 33 is with the 25 you get both spot and area. With the 33 you're only getting spot, or if you swap it you get area, right? Red, spot, area. You don't get both of them combined. Some people might like that, some people might not like that. If I'm in a situation where I want both spot and area, 25 wins all day. If I don't need spot and area on at the same time, 33 wins all day. No point in burning your battery and wasting it being on spot and area mode if you don't need it. So back to the 32 versus the 33. Much needed update, much needed upgrade for the 32. The 32 was a powerhouse, it was a workhorse, it was great. Can I say I ever used it that much? No, but I had it when I needed it, and it was there. Would I remember that I had to, first off, swap from what I'm used to for the 25 that I use more often to get my lights? Yeah, I would have to remember that. And then I would have to remember the combinations, right? Low to high, or ultra low to high, which is turbo, 550. This one I'm used to the new 25 already, so I know either button and it will work. I know either button, you know, double tap this, I get ultra low. I know that if I hold this down, it's going to shut off, but if I hold it down again, I'm going to get red instantly. So yeah, I do like the fact that it did upgrade. I do like the fact that it upgraded while still being consistent with the also new upgraded 25. I like the fact that you can't have red and white on at the same time. You want red, you get red. There is no white, right? If there's a white, you go to mode and you get white. But red and white, just white, or just white area, or red. So I do like the fact that you're not going to burn your battery that much quicker without even know that your red is on. Overall, am I impressed with it? Absolutely. Right? 550 for 1 hour was highly impressive. 700 for 4 hours, while technically still being lighter weight. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Low on the 32, low on the 33. Medium on the 32, medium on the 33. High on the 32, high on the 33. 700 lumens, 550.
I will say the thing I'm not a fan of is the area lighting. So red, and then white, and then area lighting. It's okay. Bright is good. High is good. Low is okay. I do, however, like both the color and the brightness of the 25 better than the 33 when it comes to low area lighting. The 25 does have a more cooler look to it versus the 32's warmer look. Is that going to bother me? Probably not. So the new Nitecore NU33 powerhouse. It's a beast. At 700 lumens. I remember my old headlamps that used to tie around my head and had that big battery pack in the back. They didn't boast 700 lumens. And they ran on 4 AAAs and they probably weighed 2 pounds a pop. At least 2 pounds. 95 grams, 700 lumens, 4 hours, ultra high mode, ultra low mode, red light, SOS, strobe, easier buttons, even though they are slightly smaller, but they are popped out more, so it's easier to use with gloves. It's easier to feel which button you're pressing because they're 2 different shapes. It's the same features as the 25, so if you like this one already and you move over to the 25, the new 25, you don't have to worry about learning different things. What's not to like about it? It is an impressive update. It is an impressive upgrade. Yeah, and I'm saying this having bought this with my own money. Price is a little expensive. It's $55. But again, if you're looking for a good, lightweight, heavy-duty work light, this is it. I'm not commissioned by Nitecore. I'm not affiliated with them. I bought this one with my own money. I bought 32 with my own money. Both of the 25s, all the 25s and 32s and 33s and 25s that I own, everything's been bought with my own money. I'm saying this is an impressive light. For my trail light, I will stick with the 25 for point and area. But for a work light, working up under the house, working in an attic, this is it. I want a lot of light for a long period of time. This is where it's at. That's all I got for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. 32 versus 33. That's all I got for today's video. T2 out.